Leaving PT, I am so pumped today. Oh man, I had some record-setting moves, did some new things. What I get, 360 for like 4 reps, had the drop set down the, I can't even remember, I'll watch the video, but had some amazing lifts today at PT. 6.5 months post ACL surgery, feeling so strong today, sunny day. Everything is great, life is awesome. Let's check out the B-roll and watch what I did. Starting off the workout, we are going into a pigeon pose. If you don't know it by now, it's one of my favorite stretches ever because of the fact it opens up my hips, it opens up my glutes, and I'm always bouncing around this in between a lot of my leg exercises. When I'm working out, I'm always stretching. Here, the world's greatest, I'm usually alternating between a pigeon pose, a world's greatest, or some sort of stretch to help open up my groin, my hips, my lower back, knees. Now, like I said earlier, I did do the 360 by 5, and then I had to drop down to 320. That was a PR for 2 legs, but shown here, we're working single leg. So I am not pushing the envelope here with my left leg because I'm still trying to keep it a little balanced. So I'm actually conserving a little bit of strength. Sometimes I will push it a little bit harder. I could have gone a little heavier today. I think I could have probably gotten maybe 220, even 240 for a few reps, but I wanted to keep it easier on my left leg because I want my right leg to catch up. For the longest time, my right leg was always bigger than my left, and my left leg was constantly just smaller because of the fact it kept hurting it so much. So now it's finally got time to catch up, and utilizing the single leg press, now I'm actually evenly being able to distribute the weight and the load by working one leg equally as hard as I can to the other leg. So the left leg's my strong leg right now. I just had surgery on my right leg about 6.5 months ago. So I finished up 200 pounds, 10 reps, wasn't too bad on the left leg. Now starting the right leg, I'm only gonna get 4 here. So 200 pounds, oh, it was tough, but I was never able to do this. I might have had 2 reps last week and barely getting 180 pounds, but I got 4. And the cool thing is now I can actually, it's just the internal pressure on that knee. It's not as painful. I mean, there was like some subtle pain, out of surgery and things like that, but pushing past your comfort zone, now I don't have to worry about the insides of my knee. Like, it's more muscular fatigue, but again, it's just a little bit weaker. But this 200 pounds here, I had to fight for my life. And then what I do is I'm seeing if I can drop the weight. So I'm like, oh, let me just go to 180. And then I put my leg on there, I try and press, and it's just like not even budging. I'm like, oh no, I can't even barely move it. Tried it, so I had to drop down a little bit more. I went to 160, and this is where I crank out the rest of the reps. But working each leg individually, I spend at least 45 minutes on this machine. I know I see a lot of other people come into physical therapy and they're in and out of this thing. Andrew or whoever their PT, oh, do 30 reps or do 3 sets of 10, and they just do them all back to back. And that's fine, to each their own. But I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and I mean, I love it. I love it so much. I use this as a measurement tool for success, and I put every bit of energy in here. And I think if you're brand new to training or new to doing squats, I see people from all walks of life using the leg press. It's such a great move. Something I've been doing pretty religiously in every single physical therapy workout is the single leg balance. Today, I was just using a single leg, doing a single leg exercise, but using a balance pad. Sometimes I will use a BOSU. The hardest way possible, standing on the blue side of the BOSU. But I am, for the first time, using this 11-pound ball here. Now, with my right hand, it is a little bit better. Normally, I can just do all these back to back. Usually, I find my shins burning a good bit, but just balancing on this balance pad, throwing the ball, it was actually kind of challenging just to be able to grab this ball, and sometimes I lose my balance a little bit, but dang, my shins just burn like crazy using this thing. We're working our balance and stability, and that's why I love coming here, because of the fact I've been doing this every single Thursday at 2 o'clock since surgery, and it's kind of embarrassing. I've been in physical therapy for almost feels like a couple of years, because I did have a little bit of a break where I was doing training my own, and then of course, as you all know, 7 months into rehabbing my left knee, I tore my right knee. Oh man, quite crazy. So anyway, we're back here throwing the ball.
I did some forward throws. Now I'm just kind of standing with my hip twisted a little bit and just rotating, basically going for about 20 and 20. See, I'm grabbing my shin, that it's just burning like crazy. But working this balance exercise is good because it's building the stability, strengthening the stabilizers in my ankles, my knees, and my hips. So this is a really great move that I'm using weekly, and I really feel it's going to prepare me for snowboarding. And that is my whole goal this year, is just to get ready for snowboarding. No shiny objects, no medals, no races, no jumping over walls again, going to parks, doing anything, no running. I'm not even running. I'm just trying to preserve all the cartilage that I have left in my knee. Now this was pretty cool. Just using a hockey stick here because this is all we have at physical therapy, but Andrew helpfully loaded me up. He loaded me up here with about 35 pounds or so. We got all the ankle weights we could, put it on a hockey stick. And he said 30. I'm like, oh man, physical therapy has really opened up my eyes where I'm doing 30 reps or 40. Nah, I won't say I've done 40 or 50. Maybe some of the lateral band walks and stuff, but 30 reps is no joke. I've never done 30 reps single leg RDLs, trying to go back to back as much as I could on a BOSU, but today I did. And actually I was losing count, so I probably did a few extra reps here because I just forgot how many I was doing at the time, but definitely probably got about 30 or 35. Now I did have to take some breaks, but believe it or not, I never really do a lot of high reps single leg RDLs because it would light up my lower back. But basically today it was just my shin was just on fire. So that anterior tibialis, the front part of my shin, a little bit into the calf, but it was just burning like crazy. So I'm actually proud that, I feel my glute a little bit here, but my lower back wasn't getting lit up like crazy. But I have been doing so much core, and actually this is workout number 2 for today. I did go to the gym earlier in the morning and I did work out my back and core, but it's gotten a lot stronger. So basically just standing on here, normally I don't do a ton of single leg high rep RDLs because of the fact it would light up my lower back. But since my core's got a lot stronger, I probably won't do this all the time. And I only did one set of 30 here on each leg, but it was still pretty killer. Everything was burning. And I think that's something physical therapy has really opened up my eyes to, is doing a lot more high repetition movements. Too many times, I think, as a trainer, bodybuilder, whoever, we can get stuck in our own easy ways. Like, let me just do a heavy set of 10. Let me do 12 to 15 or some normal reps. But you know what? The high rep stuff really, really works. And this is one of my favorite moves for stability and balance, is working the single leg Romanian deadlift. And I was doing this move as early as 2011. So I've probably been doing this for at least the past 15 years now, working this balance move because of the fact it's helped me a lot with skating. When I used to do a lot of inline skating, I would jump off of ramps and land on one leg sometime, and actually just using this move has just been crucial for my core stability. Now, this was kind of cool. First time trying this on a BOSU. I've actually, you could call it like a modified curtsy lunge dragon squat. It's kind of what I was going for. I've done these on sliders before and I've used a suspension trainer to help, but today was the first day trying it on a BOSU. We're just going for 10 reps here. The right leg, it's just not strong yet, and I'm very happy. Like I was so happy and excited to get here, but then compared to my left leg, it just can't do as many reps. So this is all the range I had. It's kind of like doing a deficit curtsy lunge, but I'm just trying to kick the other leg out to the side. Now, if you go on the internet, you can see some people having their chest and elbows touching the ground. I actually did get a little bit further on my left leg, which you'll see here in just a little bit, but I'm still pretty happy about this. This is one of those moves. I don't know if I'm about 2 years or 10 years out from getting, maybe not 10, we'll see. I got to be consistent, but I want to be able to get a dragon squat. I just think it's so cool. When I first got started training, I did a lot of body weight exercises. I was running in parks and doing jump lunges and split squats and handstands and pull-ups, and I never even really worked out with a lot of weights until I had my very first coach in 2009, and it wasn't until like 2009 I got into strength training. Prior to that, I was doing just a lot of body weight exercises. Other than being in high school, I was doing a little bit more weight training. But here we are, left leg, feeling strong, pretty excited about this, even though it looks a little wobbly. I mean, it was my first time trying it. I was pretty pumped about it. I was really just trying to get as low as I possibly could. And then you'll see here in a second, I do grab my my knee sleeve. A lot of times when I'm in physical therapy, I only use my knee sleeves when I'm doing a lot of heavy strength. I'll do the first couple of sets with no knee sleeves. Then when I'm pushing the envelope, I use the knee sleeves. That little extra compression at the bottom just really helps a lot. But that's what I was kind of thinking in my head. I'm like, can I get lower? Let's see. I just feel like if I had that little extra compression, I can get a little bit lower. Even just using body weight, I'm still trying to push it. It's a little unstable, but first time doing it, you know, still very, very challenging. And that's where I turn around and go back. I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and throw on a knee sleeve real quick. And let's see if I can get a little bit extra range. And I'll be honest, it does help. I do love having these knee sleeves on when I'm doing my strength. Again, when it comes to balance and stability, I do want to, you know, keep the knee sleeves off. And yeah, it's ugly. I'm trying to like work the range here, but I was pretty happy. I was trying to get as low as I could. Even after this video clip ends, I did try it again and trying to maneuver my foot and play around with it. If I move my foot forward a little bit and move it to the outside, I can almost like get all the way down, but just trying to figure out the sweet spot, trying to get as low as possible. It's definitely a grind, but this was the favorite new move of the day. And I am just dying here because this is the last strength exercise of my workout. I did do some leg extensions, but we didn't film it. And then I just wrapped up with some stretching here. I do like using my knee sleeves when I'm doing this. It allows me to stretch a little further. I'm not as comfortable yet, and there's a huge arch in my back, and I know it's not perfect, but I'm so happy that I'm actually able to finally start getting into this. Even though there is a huge curve there, my mobility is slowly coming around. I can drop back. It's a little bit harder without the knee sleeves, so I do like using them for now to get that little extra compression to help with the bend. Dropping here to each side, bending back. This was the whole reason why I had to get surgery, because when I was doing this exact stretch the first time, my knee popped and it just kept popping, and not having an ACL, you can't do these stretches. So super happy about the mobility I had today. It was great.
The journey is real. You just got to put in the hard work, do everything possible every single day, prioritize your sleep, your rest, recovery, and your nutrition to come back strong. Whether you've had surgery or not, anybody can become stronger. You just got to have discipline and be consistent in everything you do. Much love. See you in the next video.